A word of warning. This is a show featuring adults, using adult language, and discussing adult themes. You have been warned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bucharest After Dark, a show where we peel back the curtain on the masquerade, our characters, our players, and much, much more. We invite you to grab a glass of wine, of blood, of what have you, and join us as we get to know everybody in this show a little bit better and a little bit more intimate. So let's see what happens in Bucharest after dark.
But I'll protect you while you're here. I'll keep you safe while you're near. Your safety is my career. I'll make your troubles disappear. Bucharest After Dark is a city that will leave its mark. If you're brave enough to disembark, I'll be your guide and your patriarch.
Welcome back. We are joined today by the mastermind of our universe, the one pulling the strings, the one torturing our every session and lives, our lovely storyteller, Andrei. Let's let the people know a bit more about you. So why don't you do that?
Hi, I've done a lot of introductions, at least in the first few episodes. So yeah,
People should know you.
yeah, they should know me by now. Full name Șerban Andrei Mazilu. You can see it in the credits every time. I am a writer, a publisher, a bartender here at Bucharest Geek Hub. I am the storyteller. I am Demi's boyfriend, apparently.
To be understood
I
why she
informed from.
to be understood why she keeps referencing him, so it's not weird.
Yeah, I am 42 recently,
Yay!
and I've been a maritime officer for almost 10 years,
That's
among other things. So,
quite impressive. In all that time, how long have you been playing TTRPGs? On either land or sea?
I started playing TTRPGs first. I think it was right after high school when I discovered this unmoderated IRC channel that did play, well, they did play Vampire there. It was V20, but it was very freeform, so you could play anything and do anything, and I didn't quite get it, but I liked it very much. Later on, I played about, I think, a year or two after, when I returned to my hometown. I also played online on the then White Wolf chats, so the official Vampire the channels for TTRPGs. And I think my first experience with live play was with my friends, my business partner there, and a couple of our friends, when I made an RPG based on my novels. So it was in that clockpunk dark fantasy universe, and you would play appropriate classes like artificer and I don't know, alchemists, assassins, soldiers, things like that. So that was my first experience. And after that, the first official RPG I played was with Demi's brother, with Alexander, who played Dominic in the finale and before that as well, when we played some D&D via Roll20. So it was online as well.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, like from the first time you learned about Vampire the Masquerade to the first time you actually played it, how long was that? Like,
oh God. So I've learned about it, I think it was 98 or 99, when Vampire the Masquerade Redemption was being announced. I think they made a computer, a PC games magazine, did a preview of the game and just tried to tease it with a story, and oh my god, it's so complex and it has so many things, and I just loved it. I was like, oh, this sounds amazing. So that was in let's say 98, and I played last year for the first time.
That was the first time
live.
playing in person?
Yeah, that was the first time.
That's...
No, wait, I'm lying.
Didn't you play on Discord?
Wait a second. Last year we were finishing the Chronicle,
yeah.
so it was the year before that. It was 2023.
Yeah, 2023.
So from 98 to 23, 25 years.
Close to 25 years, yeah.
Holy crap!
Well,
Yeah,
congrats on
yeah.
harboring the love for so
I
long.
wanted to. There are very few players of VTM here, and it's really a shame.
True. So why do you prefer VTM to other systems? Like, what's your preference in?
Because in this game you are called the storyteller. You're not the dungeon master. You're telling the story. So obviously, as someone who likes to write stories and make up stuff and focus more on the characters and the character progression and development, the story development, the world building, and so on and so on. I mean, it's very, and also thematically, like, it's so cool.
I was going to ask, like, if the storytelling is what draws you to it, do you find it enjoying it more as a storyteller as opposed to a player?
Tricky question.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah, it's hard to answer this question because I do enjoy telling the story, and I do enjoy controlling so many aspects of it and so many NPCs and creating an environment for you guys.
Being the god to our world.
No, I'm building the playground in which you guys play. As a player, I am working on my character so closely. I take a lot of care from the way he looks, from the way he thinks, speaks, acts. Also, I play Dzimichi, and I play him very strategically. I have a steady supply of blood. I have made friends with some very interesting and useful NPCs. So it branches out, the storytelling branches out through the character. So
You approach it from the experience of a storyteller, that you
Yeah.
always set up your necessary building blocks.
yes, it's the same thing because for Bucharest by Night, I build it on a macro scale. For this chronicle, I'm
Working on yourself,
yeah.
It's quite amazing, actually. So do you remember the first ever TTRPG character that you ever made? Not necessarily vampire, like first ever.
It was Vampire though.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was it was called Vampire City, the IRC chat, and my first ever character is a very famous NPC in our chronicle. Yes, Alexander Angelov,
Okay.
the Ventru, and yeah, he was more fantasy back then. He had a very outlandish backstory. He was half angel. It was, like I said, it was freeform, so we went all over the place, and I made him this weird hybrid. He was a Ventru, but also was possessed by an angel, and it was weird.
But apart from the more paranormal aspect of having angel blood and all that, how much of the actual character survived? Like, is the essence still the same?
Oh no, the essence is the same. Yeah. He was Romanian back then, and he's still Romanian. I think I made him back then. He was friends with Vlad Țepeș, but yeah, that changed obviously because he is in the chronicle much younger. He's been a vampire for about 20 something years, so he never met Vlad.
He had the same hair back then and everything. Like, visually, was he very similar?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same character. I kept most of Alexander the same, and for a very long time, I personally identified with the character. I thought Ventru was my clan, and a lot of the character we know now in BBN is based on me from 20 years ago. So yeah. That stayed the same.
If we want to ask you from 20 years ago a question, we ask Alexander then. Right?
Sure, yeah.
So, apart from that, what kind of characters do you usually find yourself playing? Like, are you more in line with the Ventrus, with
I am. I am a character. I wanted to use a very weird term, like I'm a whore for characters. I like making characters. You know that you and I have never, not even now, but I have never finished Baldur's Gate 3.
Sure.
Because I kept making characters. I love making characters. So, yeah. What was the question?
The question was, what kind of characters do you usually play?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
All
of them. I like more the more social ones. To be honest, I like all characters because I like to experience what each has to offer.
Okay.
I think it's really cool. I still want to play on Nosferatu just because I usually prefer social characters, and I myself am very sociable. So it's my comfort zone, but I do prefer. I would like to play the whole range.
Sure. But as a player, not as a storyteller, because that's where you like to explore things. As a player, do you find you base your characters on yourself, or do you like to go like opposite to your character, you as the player?
I don't like the Tsimichi
approach.
I think they're very cool conceptually. They are sinister. They're a very powerful stereotype. If you think vampire, you kind of think Tsimichi, like sadistic, cruel, also elegant and secluded old Dracula, or what was the other? Nosferatu.
Count Orlok.
Yeah, Count Orlok kind of character. But I went with the Tsimichi because I wanted to try something else. I wanted to see if I can play one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finding myself enjoying it, though I think I surprised our storyteller and the rest of the players with how brutal I played this guy. Because I started out as quite a nice guy, taking care of homeless people and the sick. Yeah. And I ended up like right now, after, I don't know how deep we are in, 10, 12 sessions, I've diablerized 2 vampires. So I went a very dark path with him.
Okay, so you like to explore the more escapism aspect of it. You go in different paths than your character is.
This one, at least, yes. But I played a D&D game at some point, and I played a warlock.
Mm-hmm.
And I played him like a bard. He was a total
Man-whore?
Yeah, thank you. Exactly.
Thank you, voices in the background.
And very much very talkative. I try to be the face of the party, and I tend to do that. I tend to take control and lead.
Okay.
No matter what character I play.
So since I'm asking the you of 2025, not the you of 20 years ago, if you had to choose now a clan that would best represent your personality, I don't even have to ask, but I have to ask, what would it be?
The Deadly Rose.
Okay. What of the Toreadors is like the thing that resonates with you the most?
Oh, there are many things that I like about them. I like the fact that they feel more. They're very attuned to humans and humanity. I like the artistic side, of course, because as a writer and as a human who likes art in general, no matter what specific area we are talking about, I find them closer to me. They're sexy as hell. Even those who aren't stunning or beautiful, they have something that is very special and attracts. I like the social interaction, the fact that they can win a room just by being there, or win a social combat situation, just all their way in. And one of the things that I liked, for example, in a one shot we played D&D, was the fact that we managed to avoid so many fights and traps and things like that, just because I played a bard and I approached it from the social point of view. We made friends with wyverns just because I decided to talk to them instead of straight up fighting them. So that I really like about the tutorial. There are so many different things. Oh, and they're hedonistic as hell. So yeah.
In that case, you as the player, as the human, not the vampire.
Yeah.
How do you find you resonate? Like not resonate. How do you resolve situations? Do you manipulate your way out? Do you seduce your way out? Do you fight your way out? How do you find you usually go about it?
I'm a very rational person. Despite me for 2 years now, I have a very explosive...
You can be impulsive.
I can be. I don't know if impulsive, but when I had too much, I Italian blood. Sicilian, actually.
You've had Italian blood?
No, I have Italian blood in my veins. But I'm normally very rational, and if there's an issue, and I do this with Demi a lot also, when she has problems, I break it down, I approach it from a rational and very Trumir point of view. But if there's anything that can be solved by talking, I will be talking. I usually make a good impression in face-to-face conversations, at least.
So you are a social character.
I am a social character, yeah. Not so much online. That's where the Italian blood takes over.
Yeah, makes sense. Then let's come to the part where I wanted to get to. Let's visit the Nosferatu corner with you.
Okay, with which of the 100 characters?
For you, I think I'll switch it up a bit. Can you tell us a secret as the storyteller of BBN that we have not yet seen coming?
I see people leaning.
Doesn't have to be. Stop leaning, people. It doesn't have to be a big secret, but it does have to be something that would satiate a Nosferatu's urge for secrets.
I do have one for you, and it just came to me. I listened to you ask the others this question, so I was thinking, like, what is he gonna ask me? And this one I can actually answer. The prince is not dead.
We'll see where that leads us.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, since you were the one who crafted it, it's a bit superfluous to ask you your thoughts on the season finale. What were your thoughts on our reactions, the players' reactions to the season finale?
I love the reactions. I actually had a lot of fun, and it was great filming an open space and having so many people there. Like I said in the recording as well, it was a new thing for me, playing with 8 players, having 8 players, and watching everyone react. And it was also a challenge trying to involve everyone. But it was amazing to see how absorbed everyone was. I was looking at the faces, and there was this expression, like on some of you at least.
That is the beauty of most TTRPGs.
You and Linda amused me with refusing to get yourselves involved in the fight.
We are the social characters.
Yes, so. I'm aware. It was funny. I loved Demi's reaction when her dad came back, because she actually teared up. I saw it coming. I knew it was gonna happen. I think I think the guests enjoyed it. I know Alex wanted to return to play with us. He wasn't in the filmed BBN, but in the short 2023 Chronicle, he had a lot of fun playing Antonio, and I'm glad he got to play with us again and receive a new token of power.
Another femur.
Another femur, yeah, that's his thing. Alexander did want to use that potence thing that has the wrecker, and he got to do that, and I'm happy because last time we had him, he used intimidation and scared the whole warehouse full of ghouls to
Did
death.
a very good job. Yes.
Yeah, and he didn't need to use wrecker, and this time he got to use it, and that happened. Irina was with us for the first time ever, and
we thank her for it. Hi, Irina,
yes,
if you're watching.
thank you. She was a bit shy about it, and I got it. It's quite daunting to meet so many characters because we have a lot of characters.
Good on you on inviting her for the first time in the 8-player session.
Well, start strong, and then if she joins again, it will be much easier. You play with 20 NPCs around you and 7 players, and now it should be much easier. But I did check with her, and she said she had a blast and she loved the story, so I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody was happy, satisfied.
Considering you made your girlfriend cry yet again, like happy, maybe not the word for it, but yeah, we'll go with
were
that.
you happy? Yeah.
What are you most looking forward, beyond writing it, to season 2?
Well,
is there
what am I
like
looking
a
forward?
particular storyline you want to investigate more, a particular character you want to spend more time with?
I really loved Aman. Andrei Aman was I keep getting hearts from backstage. Was the first NPC that I made, and it all started with him. I made a recording, I think it was 3 years ago, of an audio recording of him and Baron interacting, and I incorporated that in the stories that came after. So I started with him. I made him in the last year when we played Bucharest By Night 2022 for 11 months, as Demi mentioned. He was your quest giver. He was
the sheriff.
He was the sheriff, he was a guardian, so I'm very happy to have him back, and I wanna play him again, even though I play so many characters. I'm glad to have him back. I'm glad to have Marius back, your character, which was a lot of fun. And also Sam. People love Sam, so she's gonna go back to being Sam.
Will we get to play our old characters in the new season for maybe a one-shot or something like that?
Sure, yeah. I like to experiment with things. That's why last year we had Demi play Ellie play D&D. So we had the coterie play D&D, not us as the players. So I'm open to new experiences and experimenting with things in Vampire. So yeah, like we did with the potions that you took and you played the characters from the
past,
one-shots. Yeah.
So will there be new things that might make us cry in season 2?
Oh, definitely. Like this is Vampire, man.
Before you
This is
say more,
Vampire.
we should cut it there because we don't want to give the people too much information. We will invite everybody back next week so we can peel back the curtain some more. We get more information and we get to know the players and the storyteller a bit better. So join us next week for Bucharest After Dark.
Bucharest After Dark is a city that will leave its mark. If If you're brave enough to disembark, I'll be your guide and your patriarch. There is danger around every corner.
No. Stop telling him to bite phallic objects.